All right, welcome back to the Pumpernickel podcast, episode 4.
Pumpernickel podcast.
Pumpernickel. All right, we're back. All right, so the only question that I really had today that I think would add to the conversation is, what the fuck happens when you just outright quit your job?
So you've got a couple tracks you need to analyze here.
Right.
Are you going straight like homeless? You just want to live off the land? Or do you want to still kind of be a functioning member of society because you're still going to need some sort of income if you want to do that?
All right, yeah. That's a question we need to keep in mind. Second question, when you mean quit your job, are you talking about putting my 2 weeks notice or like, hey, I'm out of, yeah.
I'm tomorrow I'm just not showing up to work.
I'm out of here. Yeah, like I'm quitting, I'm out today.
Let's assume that you're cordial about it and give a 2-week notice, which, knowing the circumstances, it won't be 2 weeks. You'll probably get cut before then. So it's like they just want to fill out the
paperwork. They give you that 2 days. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Here's my 2-week notice because I'm polite.
Because companies do that all the time, where they expect the courtesy of a 2-week notice just to then turn around and flip it on you and cut you after 4 days of that 2-week notice.
Or walk you out
that afternoon, as some companies I know.
You're going to actually walk it out when you do that.
Don't you? And then they'll probably get arrested at the door. Nah. But yeah, let's assume you do a 2 week. Let's say it goes all the way, a full 2 weeks, and they give you the full 2 weeks to then like transition you out of the position.
So do you want to remain kind of a member of like a city society, or do you want to kind of move elsewhere?
The plan is like, because I've thought about it 1,000 times. I think we all have. Where you like, you find out that the next day you don't have a job. Where do you go from there? I want to play the scenario similar to where it's like, I mean, of course you know you don't have a job because you're the one getting rid of it. But you then, for me in my particular case, my idea would be to move out to where I wanted to. Because if I'm going to be homeless, quote unquote, because the theory isn't going to assume that I want a home. I don't care necessarily about having a place to live. I have a car. You know what I mean? The issue is getting like, how long will it take to get a new job, the type of job that you want?
So you want to regain a job.
Right, eventually, yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Because it's not like you're just going to be homeless and then, like, that's it. I mean, like, the idea that the homelessness is a transition over to a new job in that location and then a new home in that location.
It may be a temporary job at that location.
It could be a temporary job because at that point, you don't have anything to lose. So you could take a temp job. You could take a permanent or contract job. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, like, it depends on what kind of poverty you feel like living in. So, like, if you're trying to move to a new place, you have no connections, no friends, nothing like that, but you have a car, you go live out of your car, get shitty temp job while you throw your resume and network and do all that other like important adult shit.
Right.
And just make enough money to feed yourself and put gas in your car so you can travel around and continue to push your resume and meet new folks. But if you do that on your own volition, that's cool. But then there are other people out there that just wake up one day and it's just like they show up to work and the boss is like, hey, guess what? You don't work anymore. Have a good one. The first thing that happens is panic sets in because they're just like, oh shit, what am I going to do now?
That's a pretty real thing, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it is not. Yeah,
that's real for everybody.
And I mean, if you were like Elvin here, you know, single, you have the ability to get up and move around and do whatever you want to do.
Right. But
there are a lot of people that shit happens to that have kids, families, houses, like they're grounded, like they can't move freely, so that like they're trying to figure out like shit, like where do I need to go now in order to like maintain the standard of living that I got. And really it boils down to especially now who you know, because like personal experience, like every job I ever had I got because I knew somebody that worked at that place.
Yeah.
Current job included.
That's true.
Well, you do have the distinct advantage that you are still young, you are single.
Right. So
you've got sort of some avenues to play with. But I guess ultimately, before you start making any crazy moves, I've done it before, I do it all the time, you got to ask yourself, if you had unlimited options, no money, no restrictions, nothing at all, you can do whatever the fuck you want. There are zero restrictions in your life. What would you do? You don't need money. You don't need a job. You don't have to do anything. What would your choice be?
Oh yeah, that was always been easy for me. Like I said, that I would probably lose 10 to 15 years of my life traveling. Like if I didn't have anything that I had to worry about.
Yeah, you have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Yeah, it would absolutely be.
Yeah, you have no health issues. You have no money. Traveling is guaranteed.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be, and money was guaranteed. It would be, because in a perfect world, I would have homes, not just one, but like they wouldn't be how we think of the size of a home. Like it would be like tinier homes, like smaller, not like the tiny home where you see where it's like a cage, like it's a small. I mean like a smaller home.
Live in a dog cage.
Living in a dog cage. Yeah, I'm living in a dog house. Yeah,
Dog
The tool shed.
the tool shed. But it'd be I'd say like less than 1,000 square foot home basically. But I would have one on in every major area in the world. So it's like I would have that, and then I would just have points along those lines where I could travel. So it's like I could either hit this country because I'm not too far away from quote unquote home, or I could stay wherever I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like there'd be a little bit of everything. I would be everywhere essentially. I would do nothing but travel. I would just lose myself.
There is a way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of developer jobs. So one of my friends essentially got that job now where like it's 100% like work from home. So you
Is this 100% working?
Well, I was gonna say you could do. Not to cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine.
You could Airbnb it because you could, if you had enough startup funds.
Yeah.
People make $100,000, $200,000 a year on a single estate.
Right.
Using Airbnb. You start with one. You kind of
keep
work your way
going,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You start making money with it. You buy another in another country. Start making some money with it. Some of them make shit money. You buy one in LA, it makes great money. You buy one in Thailand, it doesn't do so well. You use that more often for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, those Airbnbs in Thailand, you can get a fucking palace
Yes.
for pennies on the
For
dollar.
pennies on the dollar.
Because I went and looked. You can buy.
You can rent out, yeah.
You can rent out like a literal mansion in Tuscany for like $30 a day.
Oh yeah, Europe right now, like they want
Nothing.
any money they can get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because
So those wouldn't yield you that much money, but if you did it in America and maybe just general North America, you could make pretty solid cash on that. The downside is you need the initial investment to
Right.
make that happen.
That's
yeah,
true.
a lot of it's initial
Because
investment.
then you own that property, it's closed, quote unquote, quote, for a week while you're chilling there,
Right.
walking around, and then next week, bring them back in.
Yeah, cycle it back around.
Yeah.
Most of those castles don't have Wi-Fi in them,
So Mike's out.
so that's enough for me.
But they do have a moat.
Yeah.
I guess if you're down to walk around the countryside of Tuscany, sure.
Southern
But-
France.
But what's your download rate?
Right.
What's your upload speed?
Upload rate.
How many meg
I
you
think,
talking
Yeah,
about?
if you could hook a landline up, you could definitely
Upload
up the price of that
there.
Airbnb.
Upload is 13 megs per second, and then download will be 52.
But you do laps in the moat with the monster.
Jesus. Yeah, you gotta be in the mold
Yeah.
with it.
Just
Yes.
have your own internet service provider service in Italy. Elvencast. And then just have shitty customer service.
So it's not working. Oh, no speak Italian.
No, sorry. I'm from America. I know I moved here. I don't
Yeah.
speak the language.
Boppity boopity.
Poverty.
Press 1 for English. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only option.
What's one for
Okay,
English?
back to
What's
Nate's question, Mike. What would you do with unlimited funds
Nothing.
tomorrow?
That's the thing. Nothing.
You don't need money to do that.
Yeah.
Look at Office Space. This
You
cousin's
do
broke.
shit,
Don't do
brother.
shit.
Nothing. Yeah. If I didn't have to worry about money or anything, I'd just do nothing.
I guarantee.
So you'd stare at
wait,
a
wait,
wall.
You would do things. You just
I
would.
mean, I would do, yeah.
You'd upgrade a lot of things that are in your nothingness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd probably buy an airplane, fly it around.
There it
That's
is.
not nothing.
I'm about to say.
That's the opposite of nothing.
fucking plane? I'll do nothing. I'll buy a plane.
What? Those are way on the other end of the spectrum.
Not
Well,
doing
yeah,
anything,
just
but you can catch
go
me in outer
around and
space.
just
Yeah.
putt around in the sky, and then come
Yeah.
back and land and be like, all
Whoever
right,
played golf
time to
for
go
me.
get dinner. Time to eat a sandwich. And then,
A sandwich or
Simple
aged ribeye.
ribeye sandwich.
That's a whole T-bone inside of them between two pieces of bread.
Flintstone style.
He's eating the bone too.
It's a 6-inch deep T-bone inside of two pieces of bread. It's It's like,
It's not a lot I require. It's just a few expensive things.
You're right, yeah, exactly.
That's it. It's not a lot of things.
A plane, fuel.
But when you say nothing, you're not going to sit in a room and stare at a wall.
No, I mean maybe occasionally. I do that sometimes.
No, when you said nothing, he meant nothing of like just
Yeah,
your
Yeah,
self
just sit
entertainment,
down and
right?
be like,
Yeah.
Wait, I just wasted 10 minutes doing nothing.
Hey, dead ass though, all jokes aside, I'm giving him shit. I have done that. I like stared blankly at something and 10 minutes later came to and was like, oh, I'm stupid.
My stupid, my stupid is acting up again.
My stupid, he's back. My stupid comes out like venom, bro. Like it creeps up from behind and like grabs you, wraps around your face, and then I'm staring at a wall blankly.
You're trying to play, like, trying to get away like Peter Pan's shadow. No, not again.
Not again. Not this time, please.
All right, Black Mike. What about you? Unlimited funds.
He's African American Mike to you, sir.
Negro
Continue.
Mike.
Wakanda Mike.
I'll take it.
Wakanda Mike.
We have from weekend.
What's contrary, I guess, to a lot of what most people would do if they had that freedom is I really am not super interested in traveling. I mean, if I had absolutely nothing better to do, sure. I mean,
No, but tomorrow, man. No, money's not an issue. Health is not an issue. What are you doing tomorrow?
Probably playing video games.
There it is.
That's real.
You live out your life like that, you think?
I mean, I would have to have some form of a hobby that would like keep my mind active.
Right.
Otherwise, I'd go bored. I'd be bored as shit.
Fry.
Yeah. I mean, if I didn't have to worry about anything, I would just spend my life focusing on being happy.
So what do you think those activities would be if you had to guess? Obviously, this is a crazy scenario.
Yeah. Unlimited funds hits you out of nowhere. It's just like,
And there's no restrictions. You can break laws. You can do. Oh, we're talking full blown.
I mean, my life would basically be a better version of what I have now. I would hang out with my friends, eat good food, laugh, play video games.
Laughs at himself in the dark.
as he showered with dollar bills.
Sound like Mad Dark in the shower.
So at some point, you would jump into a giant pool of coins like Scrooge McDuck.
And squander that from that being a bunch of solids.
No, they're flowing.
Yeah.
You can touch
Your belly flops in. Oh man.
Tragic struck.
Like, it's fine. I've got the money to fix this.
Ooh, he does.
There it is. There it is.
Not in America.
True.
Health insurance, am I right?
Am I right, guys?
Medicare gets you,
But
man.
I mean, at that point, you have enough money to fly to another country, get cheaper like healthcare, and then
Stem
fly.
cells.
Didn't somebody talk about that
I think
too?
so, yeah.
Some dude was talking about like how it is cheaper to go to India, chill for a week in like one of the most expensive like suites in the the area, and then get your open heart surgery and fly back first class and still come out positive over getting a heart transplant in America.
Is that real?
That's
Yeah.
real.
That's probably, dude. It's
Yeah.
expensive. It is
Yeah,
so expensive.
It is. Here in the U.S., things are way more expensive, and it's partially due between the. If I remember right, it's between the conflict between the insurance industry and
Insurance.
Insurance industries,
That's a dirty
med
industry.
school costs,
Med school,
debt,
yeah. All
I
of
mean,
that
like,
stuff.
if
Our
I-
medical is fucked.
If some shit happened to my heart right now, fuck it. I guess I'll die. Like,
You don't have
So the rest of life in
medical?
debt.
I mean, like, I do, but like, I'm not that kind of medical.
Yeah, hop on a plane and go to. I think Cuba too. Cuba has like some of the best.
Cuba's got
medical-
probably some of the best. Yeah, I think
if
Cuba's
remember
ranked number
right,
4.
Cuba has some of the best. You'd be surprised, but a lot of people because med
Cuba's
school
got
is
us
free. It's
yeah.
covered by the government.
But do you get the same quality of care you would get in America elsewhere?
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, no, I
know.
hear
No, I
it's,
know you're not. I know you're
I hear you. I mean, you wouldn't want to get plastic surgery in Cuba, but in terms of like general healthcare, Cuba's I think ranked number 4. It used to be back when I looked it up ages ago, like 5 years ago. They were ranked number 4. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of places that just
and I
have
would
really great
probably
healthcare.
immediately renounce my American citizenship, like off rip. Like it'd be because I'm sure you have to do some argument there, but even then I'd be like, look, I don't care. Y'all saved my life. I'm Cuban. It's hard to you walk outside with a Cuban beat playing.
You wear those Philly things?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
arms?
I don't know, but sometimes I think about it, like like let's say you did need a heart transplant in a sketchy country like that, like Mexicans. Well, I don't want to speak for all Mexicans, but it's very sketchy countries where one can easily buy organs.
True, but no disrespect to Cuba or to Mexico. Mexico, I think, is way sketchier than Cuba.
I'm just saying, like there's lots of places.
Because Cuba is a poor country, true, but it's also like, because I mean, like I said, I've been, and so I've been once. So it's not like I'm an expert.
I've been there.
But it's like from what we saw, I mean, there's poverty, but it's also like women are walking around at 3:00 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like it's safe.
Yeah. Because in Mexico, sometimes you get kidnapped not just for ransom.
Yeah.
You get kidnapped for like organs.
Yeah, you get kidnapped because people need your body parts.
Wake up in a bed of ice.
Yeah.
With your kidneys.
Dude, that's a scary ass situation.
No thank you.
No, thank you.
You go to pull yourself out and you realize you ain't got no lower half. Just like lift the whole bottom up. Wait.
Like RoboCop?
Yeah, they took everything.
Oh, they did get in line, fill out a form.
Yeah.
With the other people missing their leg.
And you see in the back of the line your legs just, hey!
I saw you on the plane right over here.
Yeah. That was mine.
What is the quality ratio of these stolen pieces of human meat?
Sometimes if you pay enough money, they're probably pretty good.
What does a good human liver go for these days? What's the market value?
If they're stealing livers, what if they steal some people with like some shitty liver?
I think that's the drawback. I think if you go to a certain place, they have to test the organ, make sure everything's fine. But like,
well, if you're buying on the black market, you really testing stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so like you as a client, like they'll probably like, I'm assuming it works out to where they get a couple of livers to make sure, because if you got money, you're dropping money on those. You're not gonna buy just one, you're not gonna trust that this one liver from somewhere is gonna.
Well, yeah, back to where we diverged from.
Oh yeah, we screwed far.
We're out.
So if you had no money, you'd get your organs harvested. Is that what I'm hearing?
You would harvest organs.
No.
He's the organ harvester.
The repo man.
Repo man, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you Nate. What about you, man? Like unlimited funds tomorrow. What happens?
I would dedicate my life to learning everything I could. Probably mostly, craft skills, like blacksmith, woodworking.
Woodworking is a good one. Yeah.
Knifesmith. Probably not gunsmith. It's not really my thing. I learned how to be a professional fucking bodybuilder. Everything I could learn. Paint, sculpt,
I would learn
draw.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, I dedicate more time to those kind of things.
Houses.
Actually, yeah. Once I
carpentry.
At some point, I would get bored of playing video games, and I would probably end up doing.
That's all I would ever do. I would buy TVs just to throw them off balconies, and I got funds to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're losing money.
Because I'd buy old one of those things that you used to get internet with routers. I'd buy 12-gauge shotguns and those, and start just blowing them apart. Like they're skeet. Pull! Boom!
He's playing skeet with $200 motors.
Yes. I'm blowing modems out of the sky with 12-gauge buckshot.
But yeah, that's fair. Like,
no, I would buy like my own, not compound, but like maybe 10,000 square foot facility.
Yeah.
And just I would have
everything in there.
Eddie and I were talking about this before you guys got over here. I'd have like a small spot where I had like an old like 1950s ghetto style gym of just like heavy ass weights with no air conditioning. I let people work at no. I'm tired of these like elite LA Fitness, no problem with LA Fitness, but some of these places that have like all this cushiony, let's eat pizza and be friends with each other. No, get in there, get your shit done, get out. And then I had next to that, I'd have like a brewery where I'd hire my friends to work as a brewer in the brewery.
You pound out some weights and then you go to your left, you see Eddie and Mike standing at the bar. It's like, we're fresh out of everything, we finished it.
and just passed out with sombrero, just with his thumbs up high in the air.
I can tell you one thing, it was really good.
It was.
To the front. Can I have the Tropicalia? We out of it.
We out.
What do we have? Ice cold.
PBR.
Shut the fuck up.
What PBH do you have on tap?
Yeah. We got PBR. Nobody touched that.
PBR Yingling.
Keystone Light. We got a really good reserve of Keystone Light.
Yeah, maybe you take him to the bathroom. There's plenty of Keystone Light in here.
No, but I think I would do. That's what I would do. I'd probably heavily on blacksmithing and woodworking. I'd just spend my whole life learning that.
You'd be a myth buster.
Kinda.
Yeah, you should.
Myth busting would be cool. Yeah, definitely.
Build a trebuchet.
I built one once I had toothpicks.
It's like, okay.
All right.
No,
Look at me. I'm big dude.
over here.
Come on, man.
No,
Don't put that on me. No, it was for a school project. That was the thing.
Yeah.
And you build a house, have a moat.
Yeah.
trebuchet fort.
Yeah, I build my own house.
Or build a compound and then build a house inside the compound. That's when you walk outside.
In compoundception?
Yeah, compound. Yeah. You never seen that before? People build like lofts inside of the compound. So there'll be like a full lot, like just like Rob Deerdeck's little like, experiment thing.
That's exactly what I would have.
Yeah,
Shit like that.
it has a house in it. So it's a house inside of a giant facility. Yeah.
That's probably in between Artisan and Rob Deerdeck did at Fantasy Factory.
Yeah, Fantasy Factory.
Somewhere between there is where I would live my life.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That's a solid ass choice.
I probably wouldn't travel that much. I'd probably do a little bit
Really?
here and there.
I told.
It wouldn't be that high on my list.
I said at one point in my life I wanted to live out of a carry-on bag, like so because you spend so much time like traveling from place to place.
I took that literally.
Like that's a big ass carry-on bag.
Crawl out of it like.
What year is it?
Light.
You're like drooling out.
He shifts himself from place to place in bellies of planes.
Yeah. It is frosty in there. Keep a jacket. I come out looking just like Leonardo in The Revenant.
Ooh.
Beer got snow in it. It is cold in there. What is like the true 5 go?
So you're talking about like a stick with a handkerchief bag.
Right.
Hobo style?
Riding the rails.
Yeah. And right before a plane takes off, I'm outside with my thumb out.
Yeah.
And the plane like stops and picks you up and then flies off.
We got a stowaway.
We got a stowaway in the bottom. I hung the bottom tire. Yeah. Run up onto the
like Toy Story.
Yeah. Buzz.
Remember me?
Falling with style. But yeah, like I really want to do that. And then I said I wanted to do the whole Sprinter van thing too, like because people renovate Sprinter vans and they live out in them.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Sprinter van?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like those vans that you see, like that.
It's a Mercedes, I think, does that.
Mercedes, Ford does it. Ford
GMC might have one too.
Yeah.
GMC has one. They're like, you know, those like big boxy looking vans that you see everywhere. Also, the ones that look like ambulances, but they're not ambulances. Those are Sprinter vans. And so people renovate the entire interior and turn it into like it has a bed and some other stuff inside.
What if you renovated an actual ambulance and just drove around in an ambulance?
People have done that.
You can buy them, yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
can
they
buy
got those
ambulances,
old. They got the old ambulances there,
You
like
can even
out
buy
of date or
old
whatever.
planes, like retired planes and stuff. Yeah,
Like,
you can buy anything.
So wait, I can buy a MiG
What's a MiG?
fighter jet.
Yeah, you can.
Mike's the one
There's,
that asked
there's
about
private collections of those. So you can buy it.
Can I fly it?
You would probably have to renovate it and get an airworthiness certificate, but yeah, people do it.
What?
See, Mike would be flying all sorts of planes.
Like
Yeah,
people
but-
buy old jankety rundown planes and they just build
Turn them
them
into a house.
People make their own
like they
planes
do
with
with
fire.
cars. But
People take them and turn them into homes. Like,
Okay, so at some point you have to, since you're have your pilot's license, that's part of your thing. What you do, you gotta buy some leather goggles, a white scarf, and Red Baron around town.
Bro, that's swag.
if I can
city.
get like a, if I can get
And he
like
drops
a biplane-
tombstone pizza at the top. Boom! And it's like at the top of somebody's head.
It's still frozen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that the Red Bear? Bow! It's like Billy Mazed. Like
It's not delivery.
It's the back of his plane has it like flying in the background. It's not delivery. It's death.
he's got machine guns on the front. I think he's shooting pepperonis.
It's from pepperonis.
Carpet bomb Totinos.
Yeah. You on the news? It's like we don't know what's going on, but the air marshal's been called in because this dude's been flying around the city of Atlanta,
Dropping Totinos.
dropping Tostinos on the innocent bystanders.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be
like
tight as
open.
fuck.
I know Peachtree, the cab, the airport here. They do like a biplane tour, so you want to see Atlanta with an open cockpit.
Oh, that's tight.
You have to bring your own goggles. And
I would still like to
stuff.
see it from the seat of a fighter jet, like a Blue Hornet or Blue Angel.
I want him to knock me out. I want him to hit that third G. And I just,
Yes.
3 Gs.
Let's go.
actually, no. Like
I was about to say, I thought 3 Gs.
I think like the limit. There's actually like when you pull back on the stick, it's 9. They don't let it go past 9.
People can get up to 9.
People
and
can
stay
get up to 9,
conscious.
but that kind of you have to do like the straining thing, and you have to like you have a suit.
Yeah.
How much do you
that
think you can get, Mike?
inflates, that squeezes your muscles for you. So that suit like helps you tolerate 1 more G than what you would like passing out, and also like when you're like grunting, trying to push the blood back up in your head, that gives you another G. But yeah, some people who have like high blood pressure, like me, can tolerate higher Gs and low blood pressure.
Really?
Because it's the blood. When you pull Gs, the blood's leaving your brain.
That's because
So
it's
higher
pumping
blood
harder.
pressure
Yeah, it stays.
Yeah, if you ever been on like a roller coaster and you feel lightheaded when you're going around, that's your low blood pressure. So whenever next time you're on a roller coaster, you feel like, when you stand up too quickly and you like lose your vision for a second, that's just the blood leaving your head. So you just kind of like grunt.
That's you being pussy. Because that happens to me sometimes. If I like bend over like tie my shoes or something and swing up too fast, I'm done. So like I'm I'm fried.
It makes you feel so pathetic.
It does because I gotta go stand against the wall like.
Hold on, I'm gonna need 5 minutes.
Like what happened? I went down to top of shoes and then I leaned back up.
Nothing made me feel more pathetic though than when I woke up one day to go to school and both of my legs were asleep. But I was late, so I like jumped out of bed and immediately.
It's like
you stinky leg across the room.
There was no across the room.
No, it was a plot.
Oh, wow.
I've been there before.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Oh, damn.
Keanu Reeves from The Matrix when it comes out. Like,
Yeah.
Why do I hurt? You never use those muscles.
Yeah.
It only happened to me one time, but I fell asleep, like, I guess, with the arms
Both
crossed.
arms, yeah.
But I was face down.
Yeah.
I woke up, I couldn't feel either one of my arms. I was face down in bed. I didn't know what to do. I lay there for at least 10 minutes, like, I got nothing.
Dude, I woke up groggy.
What do you do?
That's you just wait. You gotta use your torso, man.
I was telling Nate, like, I mean, it's gone away now, but I was feeling old like 2 years ago when I jumped out of my bed and I let out one of them grandpa sounds by accident. I got out of bed, I was like, and I looked up in the sky and I was like, why God? Like, I'm too young for this.
Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass. I felt like Weedy Hunt Jr., bro. I said, like, I let out one of those and I was just like, oh.
You grunt picking up a gallon of milk. All right, so now we're down to Sanchez.
Oh,
What would you do?
You were given
Your bullshit.
You were given the freedom of anything in your kingdom.
look, I'll be honest. If I had unlimited money tomorrow, I definitely would go buy a ranch. I'd buy a ranch.
What kind of ranch?
I'd buy lots of land. Somewhere picturesque. Yeah, definitely picturesque. Maybe in the southern like farmlands of France or Spain.
Ooh, good choice.
And I'd definitely like bring some bulls, some horses.
I would do bulls.
Just for my personal entertainment. Like I want to own a farm, not to to have my own sources of meat, but more so just so that I have it to enjoy it. To ride my horses in the pasture.
I told my family the same thing. I was like, because I know you and I have had this conversation more than once. It's like I was telling her I was telling my mom actually. I was like, I've been looking at the price of Highland cattle.
Oh, the curly-haired one. Yeah, the soft.
Those are really good ones.
Those are teddy bear soft.
They're like
ones.
really nice ones. Yeah, the cool ones. And so I was not because I even want meat or milk or anything. It's just like I've been dead ass looking at farming, like actually running a farm.
Dude, I want one as a luxury item. That's how I want it. Like I just want to have like a nice estate.
You got something on the way. You got something cooking.
You're walking through the streets of Atlanta. Instead of walking a dog, you're walking a fucking Highland cow.
How fucking tight would that be, though?
People be confused as fuck.
You're on the
Are you
walking
walking
on a cow?
I'm on top of the cow on the belt.
You'd be the most popular person that day,
with
though.
that long ass piece of straw in the bag.
Ding, ding,
There
ding,
was a
ding,
time
ding,
in
ding.
Atlanta's history where that was normal.
Well, that was not weird. Yeah, that's true. That is
Bring it back.
facts.
Throwback.
Throwback, yeah. Y'all hipsters over here from the 1980s. How about you stepping back 400 years?
Of course, there was also a time where they had bicycles that had a 8-inch front wheel and a 3-inch
Penny farthing. Yeah.
What is it?
It's called a penny farthing.
Yeah, it's got an 8-foot front wheel and a 3-inch back wheel.
Yeah.
Cash
I would
back.
have a reverse penny farthing. The back is like 9 foot and the front is like 2 inches.
Reverse gangster leans?
Yeah, he said reverse gangster lean. The seat leans
You
forward.
get a monster truck in the front and a caster in the back.
I call it a nickel farthing.
Shopping cart wheel in the back.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking shopping cart with an IKEA wheel in the front and the back was like monster truck tire. What's wrong with
Tractor
you?
tires.
Jesus.
Dually.
But
But
yeah.
You'd,
my bad.
you'd be a ranch hand.
no.
Oh,
Not a hand. Yeah,
I'd
be
be
a
the owner.
cowboy. He'd actually be a cowboy.
You do some of the work though.
Yeah, I know. Definitely do some of the work. Learn some of the stuff. Like I'd hire competent ranchers, then have them, show me some of the ropes because I don't do that work. My grandparents did. I have family who does it.
That hand,
But
so
I
that
don't.
do the
I
work.
don't do that.
That weight.
Yeah, no, because I do that, and then I'd definitely go out and get me some really great Italian leather shoes, and
Yeah,
definitely get some great dress clothing.
Yeah,
because
That sounds-
that's very Eddie.
that's just what I
That's
would
not
do.
even. That's
And then I
very you.
definitely learn how to make a watch. Like not just purchase a watch. I want to learn the mechanical bits and pieces that go through it.
That's a lifetime art, man.
So would you get the sweet Mexican boots that have the 6-foot curl in the front?
No, I'm not a fan of
And it's
those.
an actual
But I would
snake.
get some.
It's a live snake.
There's a snake in my boot.
I had
snake
some
on my
snake boots that I was trying to give to a coworker, but they didn't fit him. His loves.
What are those
right.
called?
Huh?
What are those called? This boots with this curly thing in the front.
Those are from Tribal boots. Yeah.
Yeah, those are crazy.
Tribal.
I know they're wild.
I watched it was like a Viceland thing, and they were dancing with those. Those things are just flopping
Nah,
the whole
dude.
time.
That's too much boot.
No,
Too
we're more
much.
about the ostrich belly boots, the gator boots.
Yeah, Gator. That's one I know.
With the
Gator.
pimped out
Ostrich.
Gucci suit.
Peter be after my ass, but it'd be.
Oh yeah.
With the pimped out Gucci.
But is it really a bad thing if you like eat the
You can't
meat?
say Gator Boots and not finish the song.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Yeah, something like that. I definitely, like Nate said, I definitely take some time to learn different things. Like I really want to do the whole watch thing.
That's a good one. I didn't think about that one.
it is.
Manage to teach myself how to swim properly. I spent a lot of time doing
Well,
that.
I can teach you that.
Need to do that.
I taught Eric how to swim.
Did you?
You can survive.
He tried.
Yeah, I could tread water.
So long as you can not drown in the water. I
That's
think.
swimming.
By default, I guess.
So I said swimming better.
Yeah, there it is. Improvement.
Being able to really.
So
do
I was
it.
watching. I don't know why I was watching Top Gear. I was flipping the channels, and it was like they were testing a car against like the U2 landing. Anyway, they were showing like the instructor telling this guy how to land the U2. His call sign was Gucci Mane.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes. Normally it's call sign like from Top Gun, call sign Viper, Maverick. This guy was Gucci.
Isn't there like that meme or not meme? But
He
it's
was
like,
not
it was
one.
on Andrew, but it was like talking about how
He was
Obi-Wan's brother is a pilot and his name is Obi-2.
What?
Yeah,
Ewan
Obi-Wan.
McGregor's
Ewan McGregor's brother is a pilot, and his call name or his nickname is Obi-2.
That might be one of the greatest nicknames I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good.
I've heard some good ones between like UFC and bodybuilding, but that's pretty good.
yeah, that's on the nose for real. But yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting to know what you do, but I guess coming all the way back full circle, like this me, because I'm at the stage, man, where I just feel like, and I was talking to Salou about that. Like, I was like, once you have done it once and you felt the quote unquote pain of not having anything, and then you then get a job afterwards. What stops you in life after that? Nothing does. Until you get like a family maybe. But like once you've broken the seal on the fear that is not having a job and still trying to survive, like
Yeah,
what could you be afraid of after that?
I've done that.
And you
I've done it twice now, where I was working a job, I wasn't really feeling it, and what I did was I saved up money for a little bit just so I had a little bit of a safety net.
An emergency fund, yeah.
Yeah, and then I just straight up quit, and I just played it by ear to see if I could figure it out, and both times they worked out in my favor. So I definitely think it's worth the risk. But the biggest thing that keeps people from doing that is, well, there are probably like three things. Complacency. People get comfortable in their place. They're like, I've been here for too long. I don't want to move. I don't want to leave. I hate it. I'm miserable. I hate my coworkers. I hate my boss. I don't get enough money, but I've been here for so long and it's comfortable. It's the devil I know, so I'm just gonna stay. Then the fear of not being able to get another job.
True.
It's like, okay, well, I have a skill set, but I've been out of the job hunting market for a year, 2 years, maybe even longer. It's just like, I don't know how to hunt for a job in today's market. So instead of throwing myself out there and potentially like getting a bunch of no's or not hearing anything at all and being miserable at my current job and then realizing that I'm not good enough to get another job, I'll just stay at my current job.
Right.
And then just people devaluing what their skill set is. People have all kinds of ridiculous, crazy skills, but they don't believe that those skills are worth as much as they are. So some people feel that they're getting more money than they should be getting, even though they're getting underpaid.
Right.
And to that, it's also hard. Like, if you do have skills, it's hard to find people who will value you, whatever, for them.
Yeah.
And hard to find people who will go to bat for you, like argue for you.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah,
That's hard to find.
That is. It is.
People won't stand up for people they don't know, or even if they do.
That's why, nowadays networking is so important.
Yeah,
Because even though, like you said, some people don't know, some people do know their skills, and when you do know them, then you try, and then you keep getting turned down. It's like, well,
Yeah.
I've got skills. What's the problem?
Exactly.
My mentor has beat this phrase into my head. It's who knows that you know what you know.
Yeah.
Like, you might be the smartest person on earth, but if no one else knows that, it's irrelevant. If you are trying to get hired into a position and someone else knows that you have the skill set to get this job, then you now have a foot in the door. And even better, if it's someone that you know, they can go to bat for you. They can say, hey, you need to hire this person.
That's always the hardest thing to find.
It's really not. Like, the thing is, when, like, we as people interact with other people all the time. We meet people in gas stations, grocery stores, shit like that. We have little mini conversations as we like meet new people and make friends. Instead of just having the random bullshit conversations, just let them know at some point, hey, I do X, Y, and Z, and I'm looking for a job. You never know who you bump into.
That dude we met, Elvin and I met driving here one day.
Oh, they gave me all the shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were driving here, and Elvin's like, "Oh, hey, this guy's got a cool bike. Let me go stop and look at it real quick." I don't care.
Yeah.
Pulled out. 5 minutes later, this guy's telling us he owns this engineering firm in Atlanta. Here's $300 worth of stuff for your FJ Cruiser. I don't have one anymore. You just have mine.
Right.
And just handed it to him. Hey, I don't want this anymore. You want it?
Yeah,
Sure.
He just gave me a shit.
Yeah, it's like you never know how that shit's gonna work out.
Right.
My first job, I was in a Kroger, and there was this lady in front of me that bought like 2 carts worth of groceries just straight cash, and I was like 13 at the time, and I was like impressed because I had never seen that kind of money before, and I was like, like, hey, what do you do to acquire that kind of cash, man? Because I'm trying to buy a PlayStation because my mom won't upgrade me from an N64, and she was just like, I mean, I run this summer camp. We could use some extra help. Would you like a job? Yeah, sign me up. I bought a PlayStation that summer. It was great.
That's swaggy.
yeah, that's the thing I gotta get better at is the networking because I've skated through life with just not having to network.
Right. I've never had to
network. Like every job I've gotten, everything I've done has just been like
even though technically
people give me like the opportunity to talk with them, and once they've talked to me, they're like, you know what, you're.
Yeah, even though what technically got me my first job, which is the job I'm currently at, is networking in the sense that like the person who works our front counter basically, like she's awesome. Like Amy is her name, and she's fantastic. But she's like the first contact you have when you basically walk in. And so while waiting for my interview, her and I were just chatting back and forth, just bullshit. And she was cool, we were cool. And then the second time I came in, I did the same thing. And then a year after I got the job, because I done, I guess the test is like testing that you have to do with them and figure everything out. Anyway, a year after I got the job, she finally told me, she was like part of the reason why you got it is because we vouched for you when it came time to make a decision, because they didn't know for sure whether or not they were going to go with me or like the 2 other people. Because there were like 8 of us in that first class, quote unquote, that were taking the test. And she was like, but they put in the extra work. And I asked her, like, why would she do that, basically? And she was like, because you're one of the only people. I've been here like 10 years, and you're one of the only people that has sat there and talked to me in the 10 years that I've been here. Like, sat there and just like straight up was like, casual conversation. It had nothing to do with work. I was just sitting there chilling. I was
Just
like,
talking to somebody.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to do, so we just chatted back and forth. And she was like, yeah. And so when it came to make the decision, we were in the back vouching for you, like, hey, pick him because blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, I really appreciate it. And I look out, I mean, I still appreciate it to this day, but I guess it's true. You never know what type of shit you'll get just because you said hey to somebody.
Yeah, like another job I got when I got my food service job. A friend of mine recommended me to this place because I had never heard of this place before. I had never been there. I had never eaten there, but I was in need of a job. And my friend knew that I was in need of a job and knew that I was looking. And so he went to this place regularly because the food was really good. And one of the managers there pulled him aside because he was a regular, and they were like, "Hey, like, do you know anybody around your age that needs a job?" And he was just like, "Yeah, give me a second." He gave me a phone call and was like, "Hey man, what's up? Hey man, you need a job still? You want to work at this place?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So like he came, picked me up, drove me up there. I met the manager, and the manager was just like, "You vouch for this guy? Yeah, this guy's cool. Can you work on Saturdays, Mondays, and Fridays? Yeah, cool. You got a job.
Yeah,
All right, cool, thanks."
Done.
Right.
So back to this thing.
Yeah.
This is all nice and philosophical. Who else is gonna blow some shit up? Is that just me?
I would blow some things up. I mean, I would because eventually.
Oh,
you hit that
definitely,
point.
man.
Yeah.
We are
homemade pipe bomb.
Yeah, I think
That's
everybody's
gotta happen at some point.
I
Everybody
don't know if
sitting
I'll
here
go that
is.
far, but like 4th of July is going to be ridiculous.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's going
I'm
down.
blowing up a building.
Yes.
But everybody I think sitting here is smart and gets bored very quickly with basic shit. And so we would all eventually, we wouldn't be at the same time, but we would all probably cycle through those phases anyway. Like, you'll be a few years where you'll be like wanting to do the cowboy thing, and then you'll be like, this shit's boring.
I want a rocket launcher.
I want to rocket launcher.
I want to go Grand Theft Auto in the street.
And then you want to go rocket raccoon somewhere.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
underestimate the simple life now.
Right. Yeah, you like the simple life, and then 3 years in, you're like, I'm tired of this
Well,
shit.
it's a high class simple life with Italian leather on my feet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to blow up account at some point.
Yeah, but then after you buy a cat, like,
I
cause
don't
the thing
know,
is, like,
cat.
it's just like with GTA. Like, GTA gets very not fun very quick when you have all the money.
Until you shoot a cop in the head.
I mean, yeah, at first, but like, an hour or two into doing nothing with everything money, it's boring again. Like,
Run around 10 minutes with 5-star.
But it keeps-
Yes.
All around me.
But it keeps bringing you back, though.
Yeah, that's
Unlimited money keeps you back
Yeah, and
every day.
that's the danger of it too. Is that like that's why like these rich kids have like why wealthy kids have such a higher use of alcohol and drugs is the same reason, right? Is because
What
you
do you
have
do?
everything. what
'Cause
the
normals,
fuck do you
yeah.
do? Like
When
when
you have-
everything is accessible.
Yeah, when you have
Yeah.
when all of the doors are open, when you have access to literally everything,
What the fuck do you do?
it's an overload. You have so many options.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Sensory overload.
Yeah.
Sensory overload. Dials at 10. Broken.
So what are you doing, Elvin? Back to the really beginning of this. Are you quitting?
This is what the plan would be if I were to just be like up and fuck it. It would be before I did the up and fuck it would be consolidate any debts and things that I knew I had off the top of my head.
Well, I'm glad you thought of that.
Sell the motorcycle first, because I don't need the additional weight on me. Sell all the additional shit that I have in the house. Get rid of a lot of few minor things, or throw it away. I mean, a lot of the shit that I have isn't really stuff that is worth anything in particular. Buy a really good computer because I'm gonna need something to keep my brain in the same. You know what I mean? Because Wi-Fi is free. You can always, even when you're poor, quote unquote, you can find free Wi-Fi somewhere.
Yeah, McDonald's
Thanks,
has
Mickey
that.
D's.
You're right.
Appreciate it, Mickey
Homeless
D's.
guy sneak dissed me on Twitter.
Yeah. but it's real. Like you'll find a place to do that, and then like I said, consolidate debt, get a really good computer, fix any things that I would need to fix before I did it. So like get your car fixed or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like things that you need the money for off rip, and then just let go and like cut the cord. And then after that, I would move, like I said, out west.
Are those things you're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm working on selling the bike as we speak, and then consolidating any debts, like I said, getting rid of all the clutter, man, and then just leaving. And then once you leave, and then you're now free of the job you hate, you can either, I don't know how long you can survive off a credit card before they cut those off, so I'm not exactly sure how that works.
You know what's weird?
What?
I just thought, like, if you plan your life somewhat correctly, that's retirement.
Yeah. Retirement is...
That's kind of a weird thought.
It is. I mean, true. That's true. Like, it sounds like I'm early retiring. If you think about
Kinda.
the same way,
That's what it
that's
sounds
exactly
like.
what retiring. But like that's what I mean is like
For a
because-
little bit, till
Yeah,
funds
my projection.
drain,
My
and then
projection is that it would.
you're still alive.
I could probably get through 4 months or 5 months on quote unquote credit cards because my credit is so good. So my credit is excellent. And so I could probably survive. Big Dick Elvin over here.
I have excellent credit, son.
I have excellent.
10 credit cards to my name.
Yes, yeah.
Ladies, be impressed by my credit score.
But look at this, ladies. Look at this credit score. But I would like survive for a little while off of that. I would probably spend at least the first month, not necessarily. I'll spend the first month. Like the first week would be clearing my head, getting everything together, and then after that, the next 2-3 months would just be raw, either building projects on my own and networking, or just all around just traveling back and forth looking for jobs.
So out west, like LA.
Maybe not LA, because I've heard LA is a terrible place to do that at. So I would probably do like San Diego.
I was gonna say because LA is rough.
Yeah, San Diego.
Like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah. I'll probably do San Diego.
Just don't do cocaine in that week because it's a hell of a drug.
And then I'd probably do like, even though it's on the opposite end of the states, like either San Diego or San Francisco. But San Francisco might be tougher job market wise. So San Diego will probably be a good place to a good level place to find a tech-based job with enough resources and people around.
Which one's Alcatraz?
Alcatraz is New York.
San Francisco.
New York.
Alcatraz
Ellis
like
Island.
jail.
Yeah.
That's Ellis Island.
Oh, that's Ellis Island.
Yeah, Alcatraz is out west.
San
It is out.
Francisco.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
What is it? A mile? Like 1.1 miles away from?
It is. Yeah, I'm tripping because I have been to Alcatraz.
It's right by the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
It's like off
The top of
from
it,
there.
yeah.
Damn, I'm tripping. Yeah, that is out there.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't New York.
Oh, I thought
Alcatraz,
I thought
Ellis
that.
Island.
So are you gonna live out
One's
the
very
FJ
peaceful,
for a little bit, or
What's the huh?
are you gonna live out the FJ for a little bit, or?
Yeah, I would live out of my car, and so like I would. Fuck you. I would live out of the car for a while,
You
and
should,
so
you should do that and then like write to FJ and like be their sponsor. Have
Oh.
commercials.
Oh, there it is.
Quit
Twitter it,
making-
yeah. Be like, hey FJ, using you
right.
to go on a new
You could
adventure,
probably set that deal up.
on a new life adventure. Put it on Twitter, man. Pumpernickel Twitter. Let's see what we get.
That's true.
Pumpernickel P podcast.
But it's what I thought. Even when I first got this job and I was hating that first, because our salaries took a big jump out of like a year or two ago. But it's a 25% jump. But we were making 40K, so we jumped up to 50K. So it's not like it was massive for me because I mean, like I was struggling before then. Now I'm not. But it's like
You're still struggling. You're just not struggling as much.
that's true. I'm not struggling the same way. Yeah, and so I would get rid of all that bullshit and just jump straight out, I guess. I don't know. It's just something to think of. Oh, it's not just something to think about. It's something I'm actively considering.
Yeah, well, not to give you a deadline or anything, but
We've already discussed this,
Yeah,
and I
well-
don't need the reminder.
well, no, you're getting that reminder. So I used to work at the place Elvin is getting ready to leave, and in the little people ID.
People look up, like
Yeah,
search,
people look up.
Rolodex.
Yeah, the internal Rolodex.
Yeah, actually, yeah. the company Rolodex, yeah.
When you're in there for 5 years, they
You
give
get a
you
star.
a little gold star by your name.
Oh, how cute.
And so, right. And so
A
the
gold
running gag-
star.
Yeah, the running gag between.
Hey, government's the same way. I'm not getting that much money.
I was got black dot in his.
Yeah. Once you get your gold star at this place, you can pretty much consider yourself washed. So I don't want to see that happen to my man Elvin.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So the running gag between us is that I need to get out of there before I get my gold star.
Why do you like? That's like the point of no return.
Yeah.
Like once.
Honestly, I'm at quote unquote the point of no return now because
Yeah,
I think around year 3 or 4 is when people consider you
A lifer.
there. Yeah.
No, that is incorrect.
Dude, you gotta get the
I
fuck
know.
out. Get another
like,
job.
You're treading dangerous water.
I am already. So I'm towing the line as we speak.
Wait,
so.
hold on. They consider you a lifer. What about what you consider?
Well, I mean, of course,
They don't consider what you consider.
You're right. That's true too. But at the
That's
same time, it's like
considered?
it's just statistics. It's just
The statistics of people who stay there for
yeah,
that,
like
like,
people who have been there for a certain amount of time will just stay there for like 15 years.
Yeah, but what has anyone in this group ever fallen into any normal statistic?
That's facts. But at the
Yeah,
same
they don't know
sense,
that.
they don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
And
don't
so,
need to
like,
know that.
it's all about.
I want to
It's all about
do.
who knows what you know what you know. You know.
Exactly. What's
I
funny
want
though,
to do by July. Though.
what's funny though is that I was dead set on being a lifer at this place when I met Elvin, and Elvin was the one that was like, "Man, this place fucking sucks."
And then Mike's out.
Yeah, and then like
My-
no
my
bullshit.
guy.
Like I met Elvin like after I'd been there for a year, and then like he was like, "This place fucking sucks," and like slowly but surely I
He's
came to the same realization. I was like, "Man, yeah, this place fucking sucks." And I spent the next couple months like saving up money, and then I quit at my 2 years, and then like Elvin has now surpassed me doubled me actually in the time that he's been there. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, why are you still here? You were the one that told me to leave.
You were the chosen one. You were the chosen one.
And so I either have to, but like I said, if I were to up and do it, it would be a complete abandonment of where everything. So I would have to just leave and go where I wanted. It's like, why would do all of that if I just was gonna stay in Atlanta? You know what I mean?
I'm just running out my contract.
Yeah, you're gonna ride your contract out, so you don't even have. Well, you don't have anything secured yet, but you may not.
I may not. If something comes up before then, I may leave. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. And then I just need to find somebody that will take me on for contract.
You and Elvin and I have talked about this on multiple occasions. Being able to throttle someone much more willingly in the street. Like,
oh, that's a jump. Yeah.
Like back in the day, people like you call someone a Nancy. It was game time.
Yeah, call a nigga Nancy at the end like that. That was. That,
hands were getting thrown.
It came to pistols. Like yeah, like
no,
you could get killed. Yeah.
I was watching a movie. It was like old school moonshiners, like the very like Prohibition, like 1920s moonshiners.
Yeah.
And this dude had this like he was kind of a Nance. He was wearing these super tight suits, wore gloves, had like a super tight comb down the middle, and one of those moonshiners called him a Nance. One of those moonshiners had a friend who had a little like slow in the head. He worked on his cars for him. At one point, this dude, the Nancy dude, took that slower kid out in the woods, beat the brakes off him, and said, "Your friends call me a fucking Nance," and then snapped his neck like a chicken.
Jesus.
That's how shit used to be.
Yeah,
nowadays
and no one can catch you because I mean, there's no social.
But nowadays people can just say and do whatever they want. You can't like, oh no, he's got to no whatever.
Because there's cameras on you no matter where you are.
Yeah, but people need to kind of.
But I agree that a lot of things would go away if we gave people the free reign to jaw somebody when you acted up. Like,
yeah,
and it would be with police discretion, of course. Like it'd be like, all right, we got to take
that was uncalled for. Yeah, like,
yeah, too far.
You can't just go up to some random stranger, clock him in the face, and expect.
But in the same sense, it just seems like it'd be fair to take it back to a point where because that's when. Because parents do it with kids, right? Like, society sometimes has to do that with people, where it's like, you kind of acting wild at this point. You might catch a right hook. You know what I mean?
Let's get the guns out the way. Let's not. No one needs to die.
No real violence. Just knocking niggas block off.
The thing that bothers a lot of people is that there are no consequences now for.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah.
And it's just like people just talk to you any kind of reckless, and there's like, okay, there's no consequences. I can just say whatever I want to say, and then it's just like, oh well, what are you gonna do? Hit me in the face? Yeah.
Yes. You ever punched him out for talking too much? Yeah.
that joke was like famous last words. What are you gonna do? Stab me?
Death by stabbing.
Yeah, exactly. Died by stabbing.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, what you gonna do with that knife? Stab me?
Yep.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah. Couple to the chest, that's it.
Real quick.
Real nice. Yeah. Go talk to God. So, sorry. So we trailing off a little bit. So, I guess that was a good run.
Yeah, I mean,
for now we'll run up episode 5 of the podcast.
Somewhere around there, 4, 5, 6.
The first trilogy.
The first trilogy.
2001 of the podcast.
Box set.
Make sure
and video home cassette.
Keep in mind, episodes 1 through 3 will be volume 1 of our box set, so you can go ahead and pick those up in stores soon.
Also, note, we are not recommending you quit your job unless you have a safety net.
Yeah, don't do that. Hypothetical talk, but yeah.
But it was interesting to talk
about. Yeah, but if you do want to quit your job and you do have a safety net, I say go for it.
Yeah,
fuck it. Like, no, but really though, like, don't just sporadically quit your job.
It's horrible decision.
Right.
You
do not
thought into it.
Do not.
But
yeah.
if you're on the fence about it and you've got even a semblance of a plan, a lot of times it can be worth the risk to try.
But it is a humongous risk.
It is.
True.
So, like, again, we're not telling you to quit your jobs. Please don't just up and quit your jobs. If you don't
make sure to follow us.
Right.
Right.
Be sure to follow us or hey, if you quit your job, sell some ass. Anyway, that's episode 6 or 5 or 6 of the podcast. Y'all have a good week. We're out.
Deuces.